Hi everyone, my name is Mary Jane, but I also go by MJ, so feel free to call me whichever one you prefer. This is my musical biography, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about me. I am 20 years old and I come from Red Bluff, California. Red Bluff is just 50 minutes up north from where Chico is. I do make the commute a couple times out of the week, but I don't mind the drive at all. I actually enjoy the drive because I get to listen to a lot of music the whole time. So it's not bad at all. I live with my family here in Red Bluff. My mom, my dad, and my sister live in the house currently. I have another sister, but she's off to college in Santa Rosa, so I don't get to see her much. We also have always had tons of pets as I've grown up. We currently have 4 cats. One of them actually just had babies a couple days ago, and they're so cute. So if anyone's interested in getting a kitten in like 8 weeks, let me know. I can hook you up with a cat. But other than the cats, we have 3 dogs and then just 1 fish right now. Another thing about me is that I love ice cream. I've always loved ice cream growing up. And then my current favorite flavor has to be avocado. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but avocado ice cream is so good and it's so so sweet. It doesn't taste like just straight up avocado. I get it from La Flor, which is one of the Mexican ice cream shops in town, so you guys should definitely check it out. And then something that I like to do is I like to go snowboarding in the cold winter seasons up at Mount Shasta, which is also north of Chico and Red Bluff. And then I like to read in my spare time. Now I just want to go more into talking about my life as a musician. I've never actually considered myself a musician before, just because I've never spent the time to focus on one particular instrument to learn, or really anything, or have a sing or anything like that. I had never really shown an interest in band, but I've always loved listening to music. I feel like one of my first memories of listening to music and having music present in my life was as a child. I remember watching Yo Gabba Gabba, and they have tons of different songs in that show, a bunch of characters that sing them, and I was obsessed with them. I would always sing the songs watching the show or not watching the show, and my mom and my aunts all knew the songs. So that has always stuck with me. I also got the pleasure of seeing them live, Yo Gabba Gabba live, when I was young, and I don't really remember it too well, but I'm sure I had a blast and I loved every second of it. I was singing along to everything. Growing up, I liked all music. I still pretty much like all, most, if not all music. I really enjoyed the more popular stuff growing up, of course, more mainstream, but also a lot of Ariana Grande, Selena Gomez, Taylor Swift. As they were rising in popularity, I was getting really into them. I just loved the poppy upbeat music, and that's the type of music that I feel like I listen to most now. After I kind of grew out of that phase, I and got into middle school, 5th grade middle school, I started listening to more punk, emo, rock, screamo bands, and I really liked it a lot too. I found a lot of comfort in that type of music at that time in my life, and so I just felt myself gravitate towards this music with more heavy emotions more often, and I just absolutely loved it. I just love singing along, letting all of my feelings out when I listen to that type of music. It feels really good, and I still listen to a lot of that music now. Not as much to the extent that I did, but like I said, I enjoy all types of music. I also went to Aftershock, a festival, in 8th grade, and it's more of a rock metal festival. I had the best time with my mom and my dad. It was so much fun. Along with that festival, I've gone to Warped Tour, which was really cool. And I've gone to a lot of concerts. Even when I was young, I remember going to I think it was Dora Live or Go Diego Go Live. And then I remember in 3rd grade, I also went to Kids Bop. If you don't know Kids Bop, they just make parodies. It's a group of children, and they make parodies of more like popular songs, and I was really into those when I was little. I remember I would collect a bunch of the CDs and play them in my CD player and listen to Kids Bop. So it was really awesome to see them in concert too when I was like 8. I've also had the pleasure of seeing Doja Cat, Panic at the Disco, 21 Pilots, Justin Timberlake, Doechii, The Weeknd, just a lot of artists. I've gotten so lucky to see that many musicians live, because I love listening to live music. I just think it's one of the best gifts in the whole world. But yeah, that kind of sums up my music journey. Thank you guys for listening.